Even at the bottom of the hill, you can already feel the presence. It's like a magnet has been fixed on your ribcage, gently tugging you forward, guiding you towards whatever emits this compulse frequency. Used to be quite the Casanova. Oops. No judgment parents ever managed to give away in your high school flames. Just going through the clinic. Go see the doctor. Yeah. You can figure out the rest of your investigation later. The interior feels surprisingly modern compared to its exterior, though you can still glimpse the ornate bones of the building peeking through the decorative molding and overly complicated banister lining the stairway. You can feel the odd sensation again, the nagging pull of whatever it that wanted you to find it. But before it could drag you too far into the clinic, Dr. Kelly puts aside her paperwork and makes her way down the hall. Her expression is still as exasperated as ever, despite the fact that she's the one who asked you to take the time out of your day to come here. You made it. Good. The exam room is just this way. You don't need a doctor's appointment. You need to find whatever's been calling you here. Wait. I felt something pulling at me. I should go find it. Can you give me a tour first? No, I barely have enough time to give you this exam, and there's already not much time to see anyway. It's an old building, but not much to see. It's an old building, but that doesn't mean it's anything special. Now come on, the exam room is this way. The doctor directs you down a hallway, and you follow her into the clinic's exam room. I'm just gonna start with some general diagnostics, but I'd also like to do some blood work today, if you're amenable to that. She presses the cold metal of her stethoscope to her chest. You haven't heard from Stella yet, right? Dr. Kelly briefly removes the stethoscope from your chest. She's still missing? I haven't seen her. I'll make sure to check with Reese. I know he hears from her pretty often, frequently. But let's finish this up first. She places the stethoscope on your back. It's easier to be nice to people when I'm not worried about them making my son ill. And you're just here for a checkup. I'm telling you, Doc, I'm old because of magic. It's not some kind of disease. Don't talk, I'm trying to listen to your heart. Even if that's the case, it's better for you to know the extent of the damage. I've had such a dramatic effect on your exterior, I can only imagine what it might have done to your organs. Speaking of, have you always had a heart murmur? No doctor has ever said you had a heart murmur. Before you can answer, she attaches a blood pressure cuff to your arm, inflating it with a few quick pumps of the bulb. The end of your fingers tingle numbly as the cuffs constrict. I don't know, I don't see doctors often. I'm going to die. I hear that one a lot. But I get it, this country doesn't exactly make it easy for people to keep up with their health. I'm glad we caught it, at least better for you to know. The pressure on your arm finally releases, blood rushes back into your fingertips. Your blood pressure is definitely higher than what I expect for someone your age. It's not in what I would call a safe range, but it can be managed. Let me know if you feel any pain. The doctor leans over to you using her forefinger to prod your abdomen. She steadies you with a gentle hand on your shoulder. I'm interested in your thoughts on folks around town. As fun for you as it is for me. Have you noticed any ditchlings yet? Maybe I've seen some weird thing outside the windows. I don't know what they are. I won't jump to any conclusions, but there's definitely some weird stuff going on around town. That defies logic. You're proof enough of that. Yeah, I'm interested in your thoughts about folks around town. Did you know my mom well? Small talk it is then. I did. We were friends growing up. She was sarcastic but nice. I liked that about her. A hell of a lot more pleasant to be around than her sister. What do you think of Perlane? Vivian and I used to joke she was the evil twin, though I'm not sure you could call it a joke if it's just true. Sorry, I really shouldn't speak ill of the dead. Do you know any history about my family? Of course I do. Folks around here learn all the important myths about your family. The whole bootstraps thing with Silas, the founding of the town by the mighty Andrew J. Scarlet, and of course the big collapse and the evil Charles Shaw who gets all the blame. Your family's a big deal in this town. Of course I know about them. Only as much as anyone else though. I'm not really into local history. You know Sybil well. I know her as well as anyone else. She's just yet another resident in Scarlet Hollow who should really come to see me more often, but she has her own idea about health. She seems to think drinking a gallon of tea a day will grant her immortality. I'm sure I'll be seeing more of her when she realizes that's not the case. You were kinda scary. Yeah. Do you have anything against me? The doctor sighs and you feel like the jab to her torso gets a little softer. Yeah, people tell me that I'm a brusque person. It's just a part of who I am. I don't mean to come off as rude. Plus, Stella Nika showing up with you and Tillman, I would have to be a tough parent and turn you all away, and I hate having to do that. It probably made me even pricklier than I need to be. In my defense, I'm just being protective. Reese's health is at a difficult point, and I probably will be for the rest of his life. It means I have to be more strict than I'd like. But I'm sorry, I let the impact the way I've spoken to both of you. Speaking to you. I'll try to be more thoughtful. I'd like to know more about the clinic. Well, it was an old hospital during Civil War, then one of those cleaner clinics. So I forget. Is this related to that? The hospital? Like the thing in the basement? Then around the time of the collapse it was converted back into a hospital, but it lost most of its funding as people left town, so now it's just a doctor's office. With an astronomical heating bill. Well, the massive windows and glass doors make this an icebox in the winter. Sounds like it'd be Ghost City. Ever seen any? What happened here after the Shawn Mine collapse? No, and neither has Reese, so don't try to weasel your way into seeing him again under the guise of asking him if he's seen any dead soldiers or miners or whatever. What happened here after the collapse? I suppose the only thing that I know that an average resident of the Holler might not is that the collapse was the reason this was converted into a proper hospital. The wounded were brought here where there were beds and medical supplies and that pushed out the last dredges of the clean air cooks. Nobody thought the air around here was that clean after a coal mine collapse filled it with ash, and the theory was already on its way out at that point. If there were to be a big stone carving hidden somewhere, where would it be? More of that carving nonsense, huh? Okay, I don't even know what your angle could be with this one. I've never seen any big stone carvings around here. And of course I wouldn't know where someone would hide something like that. And I don't have the time to show you around for some little investigation. I'm not a tour guide. After this I'll need to re-sterilize the room and then I've got paperwork to do for the rest of the day. She's telling the truth. If there is a carving in the clinic, she legitimately doesn't not know about it. That's why I like this street smart skill. It helps me know if I could trust characters. Because I don't know if anyone can, like, fake without me knowing. Hope this exam is as fun as for you as it is for me. It's my job. I'm not playing palpating you for fun. But you notice an embarrassed flush of red in her cheeks. This premature aging thing isn't so bad. It means you can make a stoic solar fox like Dr. Kelly Blush. I'd like to check out your lungs. Can you breathe into this for me? Make sure you keep a tight seal on it. You place the mouthpiece against your lips. Now blow it hard and keep going until you're out of air, okay? You do your best. You can tell it's a pitiful attempt. Yeah, that's what I expect given everything else. Again, I don't have data from before, but judging by your age and what I'm able to tell from a quick once over, it's looking like you're the equivalent of 15, 20 years older, and not a good 15 or 20 years. But let's see what your blood work has to say about that. She goes to a drawer and retrieves a needle. Whoa, hey, no needles. Are you gonna feed my blood to your vampire son? How do I know you're not going to put? Okay, doc, stick me with it. You'll barely feel it, I promise. She inserts the needle. She was wrong, you definitely feel it. But it doesn't last long. The needle slides back out quickly, and she puts a cotton ball in the tiny hole in your skin, pasting a band-aid over the top seal in your vital juices. There, see, that's all we had to do. Not bad at all. Alright, that's all we could do for now. I'll make sure to notify you when I get the results, and I'll send them to your GP. You do have a regular doctor back home, right? Of course I do. Damn. You're free to go. You know where to find the door. She starts busying herself with cleaning up her equipment. She'll be distracted at least for a few minutes. Good, your appointment's done and you're fully free to explore the place. Or rather, you're free to explore as you please. You've been caught by pulling... You've been caught by the pull of an object and overwhelming curiosity guiding you around a corner and towards a dark doorway under the stairs. It's been left ajar as if inviting you to enter. Oh, that's right. The light clicks on. You're in the morgue. Frosty Matt? He squints, seemingly unsure whether you're the same person you met yesterday. What are you doing in the morgue? Vampire! You haven't seen Stella, have you? She's been missing since last night. Evan, did you think you'd find her in the morgue? His words seem to distance you. The tugging is strong down here. You can almost feel yourself slipping into a trance and your eyes wander to the back wall of the morgue. You need to see what's back there. Follow the pull. You touch the wall. It feels disappointingly solid under your palms. Hey, are you okay? You feel Reese's hand gently shake your shoulder, and for a moment the thing on the other side of the blank white wall loosens its pull on you. You kinda look possessed for a second there, you good? Make him understand. Why wall? Need see thing, but wall stand in way. Uh, why wall? Need see thing, but wall stand in way. Reese glances back at the wall. Are you trying to get something behind the wall? It kinda has a bad vibe, doesn't it? This is probably a bad idea, but if you really need to get in there, I'm pretty sure there's an emergency axe somewhere upstairs. I just need to get the dog out of our hair. Should take 2 seconds. Get the dog out of our hair. Yes, I will destroy the wall. Well, you're seriously desperate about that wall. I'll make it quick, be right back. Vladimir, you hear a soft voice filtering in through the open doorway at the top of the stairs as he speaks to his mother. Hey mom? Reese, I didn't know you were awake. I still feel like shit, but I think I can finally try to keep some juice down. It looks like we've all... Oh, okay, so, because he was gonna, like, spit it out. Really, I thought I just picked some up. I've got an errand to run on Main Street anyway. I'll go pick up some orange juice and some ginger ale, too. That'll be awesome. Sorry to ask, I know you're probably busy. It's no problem, it doesn't take long. Don't do anything too strenuous while I'm gone. Just lie in bed until I get back. Thanks, Mom. I'll take it easy. You hear footsteps move down the hall, the front door opening and closing. It worked. The theatric rasp has left his voice, excitement rising in its place. Come on up. We don't have to have long until she gets back. Relax, extra space between the carving has weakened its hold on you, and with it, your desperation to claw your way through the wall has unveiled it. It's one of those emergency fire axes, so it should be pretty obvious where it is, though. I'm not sure where she would keep it. I'll show you around. Let's try to find the doctor's office first. You make your way to the doorway of her now vacant office. I don't see an X in here. He's right. A cursory glance reveals nothing but stacks of paper and cabinets and medical supplies. But something on the desk catches your eyes. Some sort of records, which has your family name on them. Save them for later. Grace watches you with curiosity. Stealing medical documents? If my family is gonna keep secrets from me, I'd better learn what I can. Totally, still anything you need to. You've got a mystery to solve. I'm not gonna stand in your way. Let's check the medical supply room next. I can't imagine a room full of chemicals being a place someone might want to keep an axe. Better be careful stealing stuff in there, though that might really get you in trouble. You turn around and leave the office. It's time to move on. The music in this game is phenomenal. Come on, let's keep looking. There it is. Looks like it needs a key though. We'd better not break the glass. I'd rather explain why I had to steal the axe after we've had a chance to use it. There must be a key in here somewhere. He stops as if listening to something he can't hear. Shit, she's back already. As if on cue, you hear the front door to the clinic open and close, the creak of its antique hinges echoing down the hallway, footsteps dart down the hall. She's headed this way. Quick, we gotta hide. I'm not supposed to be in here. He opens the closet door and hurriedly motions you inside. Scrunching the small space as best as you can, he attempts to slide in after you. Let him in. You make space as he slips next to you, closing the door just enough that you can both still monitor the entrance to the supply room. Dr. Kelly storms in, plastic bags in tow. She takes something out of the bag and places it on the counter. And then she hurries back out, rustling as she makes her way back down the hallway. We had better wait a sec, just in case. Quietly wait for the danger to pass. Both cramped into the suffocating closet, taking shallow breaths as she could hear your breathing from the other side of the building. But those footsteps soon return. Dr. Kelly makes her way back towards your hiding place, creaking floorboards broadcasting her location all the way to the hallway, just outside your hiding spot. His head swivels suddenly. That was the door to the house. We're in the clear, let's go. The two of you spill out of the closet. Reese quickly and quietly starts pulling out drawers, scanning for them keys. You watch while he rifles through drawers, content to let him figure it out. As he turns to you victorious, there we go, they've even color-coded, she makes this too easy. Grace pauses to look at the plant on the table. It was weird of her to drop that off, right? Why would she put some alien-looking fruit in the supply room? She's not a pharmacist, she's not supposed to make her own medicine. This room is for storing stuff she orders from an actual pharmacist, and I doubt it's decorative. Maybe there's some information on it somewhere. Let's take it with us and look it up later. Yeah, we're on the clock. Don't want to get caught in here. He shoves a berry from the weird plant into his pocket. I'll meet you down there. I've got to come up with something to cover from the noise. He makes your way back down the hallway towards the morgue. You follow Reese's instructions, once again staring down the basement stairs, letting the pull of the stone carving guide you back to the morgue. Dr. Kelly's voice filters down from above. I was right, we did already have juice, so it was just in the back of the fridge, but there's no harm in having extra. What are you doing in the clinic? I thought I told you to go rest. Oh, I'm just gonna chill in the morgue. I've got my speakers, so if you hear some weird sounds, that's just my music. I'll be sure to put earplugs in to drown out all the industrial clanging you listen to. You know I'm not the biggest fan of you spending time down there. It can't be good for your mental health to hang out in a refrigerator for corpses. Do you at least have a blanket this time? Yeah, I'll be fine. It's just a change of scenery. My room feels too claustrophobic right now. Okay, I'll let you know when it's time for dinner. You hear the door close and the sound of Reese descending the stairs to join you in the fluorescent light room below. Hey. Well now, yes? You should listen to music. No, I feel like this wall now, yes, makes sense. How about that? You approach the far end of the morgue, axe practically singing through the air as you strike the wall. The first cut offers a surprising amount of resistance. There is some structure behind it, some wood frame holding it in place, trying to stand between you and what waits for you on the other side. You stagger back from the massive hole in the wall and admire your effort. Holy shit. The splintered edge frames a dark passage, seemingly cut deep into the side of the cliff, cold seeping from a forgotten place into the already frigid morgue. Rafe coughs as he takes a better look at what lies beyond the wound in the wall. There's a whole hallway back there. Thick stale air leaks from the hole, filling the morgue with an earthy mildew smell, like the room is slowly filling with dirt. And with the stink of the grave-like room beyond comes an even stronger compulsion. You step forward, and you climb into the hole. Whoa, this is different, isn't it? I don't think this used to be here. Whoa, has to be an update. This is wild. I had no idea any of this was here. Entire hospital wing rotting away for decades behind some flimsy drywall. His voice sounds distant. Your sole focus is finding it. Your feet move without prompting, and you stumble down the hallway towards the far wall, barely registering the antique clutter as you stagger past it. Whoa, are you okay? You don't respond, and you don't bother to retrieve the axe. The wall is rotten, water damaging, having eaten away at the wood over the course of unknowable years. The planks nearly reduced to sawdust. You tear into it. Maybe this was, I just don't remember this part at all. Enough. I thought you weren't going to come. I was worried you'd leave me here forever. I remember this part. They said there's nothing I can do. I'll never use my legs again. Enoch, what am I going to do? Calm down, Teddy. These doctors don't know what they're talking about. I've been doing my own research, and I found us an alternative. We won't have to worry about anything from here on out, I promise. I want you to talk to the witch. A witch? But that's nonsense. It's alright, it's all sorted. We're taking you home today, and everything will be resolved by this time next week. Everything goes black. Your vision swims back into focus, and it takes a solid second or two to reorient yourself. You're in an unfamiliar bed. Reese leans against the far wall, eyeing you with concern and curiosity. He has worried you slipped into a coma or something. You're torn down a wall like a wild animal, found some weird carving and collapsed. I think you might have some kind of seizure. Are you okay? Wait, nothing spooky happened? The mountain didn't collapse on us? No ghosts? No, nothing. Just fell down, twitched a little, and when you seemed stable, I carried you back here. That was a few hours ago. We have a delicate constitution. Yeah. Maybe there's something spooky going on right now and we haven't realized it yet. Whis glances around the two of you waiting in silence as you wait for something spooky to happen. Maybe or maybe not. I guess it would be for the best that nothing bad happened. He sighs. Too bad though. With your track record, I was kinda hoping we'd run into some unimaginable horrors. At least I know there's an abandoned hospital wing in the morgue. I'm sure there's plenty in there that get creeped out by. I had a vision. Like a hallucination? I have those sometimes too. I used to have them a lot as a teen. Always just weird little things, like my hands would look wrong, or my neck would seem too long, or the room would feel smaller. Let me check those out. Yeah, you should still have them on you. Sure enough, you pull out the file containing a medical document about your family. Let's see Perlane's death. Cause of death, sleep apnea, discovered by her daughter, Tabitha Chrysanthemum Scarlet. No autopsy performed. April 9th, 1913. Died 2003. Age 89. Cause of death, heart failure. Signed by her granddaughter, Perlane Scarlet. Pretty normal, almost made it to 90. Died of a normal old person illness. Enoch. 87. 57, 69, cause of death, fall from cliff. This one has a coroner's report attached. Organ sustained, impact injuries, lacerations to the neck and body consistent with fall from great height. Explore other death certificates. You quickly threw up a few others. Theodore Scarlet, May 24th, 1890, died at 28, crushed in mine collapse, body not recovered. Signed by Enoch. Joseph. 44. Both killed on Normandy in line of duty. They must have been Edwardine's brothers. Fetal infant boy, Andrew Charles Scarlet. April 3rd, 3 days. Or no, he died stillbirth. Stillbirth, mother Edwardine Scarlet. Because of death complications during birth, no doctor present. Home burial. There was no doctor present at the birth, and a home burial? There's some information missing there. Missing presumed dead, signed by mother Edwardine Scarlet. Alexandra, the owner of the doll, she went missing. Mary Bell, 817, complications during childbirth, signed by her mother Edwardine Scarlet. Something, my family has dark secrets. These carvings are clearly drilled into some big gas bucket that keep giving me seizures and hallucinations. An or family like yours, I believe it. Hopefully that's all ancient history, though. Does Dr. Killingham here? No, I snuck you back in the house while she was busy in the medical storage room. Figured you wouldn't want to come to in the morgue. I should probably get going. Stella's missing and the stone here finally stopped yelling. That might be a little tricky. The doc is on the warpath up there. I refuse to take my medicine. She's not happy about it. But after I looked this up, there's no way I was going to take anything she gave me. She's been poisoning me for years. I went ahead and blocked my door so that she can't get down here. Now we just have to wait her out. You blocked your door? Yep. But why would your mom poison you? I don't know. But the internet says this is a castor bean. It's used to make ricin, a super deadly poison that causes some of my exact symptoms. And death, usually. The thing I can't figure out is whether she's trying to kill me slowly, or she likes keeping me sick enough to be dependent on her. Either way, I don't think I ever had an illness. I think the illness was me growing up and becoming less easy to control. She sure found a cure for that. Listen is really bad. How are you not dead? I don't know. Maybe it's a low enough dose, or maybe I developed a tolerance, but I think the fact I need feel more and more alive is enough proof that she was keeping me sick. I don't even need solid evidence. Be able to go to the cops, but the cops. No matter what, we should get out of this basement soon. Yeah. Where should we go? The only person I know who has a car is Kanika, and she's not answering her phone. I don't know anyone else. I don't have any other family to go to. I never even finished high school. When I get out of this house, I don't know how I can make sure I don't wind up right back down here. By waiting your mom out and getting out of here. We can figure it out together. You'll help me? I couldn't ask that of you. But I guess I don't have much of an alternative. Thank you, Frosty Matt. You have no idea how much that means to me. A distraction seems like a good idea. As you could probably tell, I'm getting a little jittery. Maybe it's the lack of poison in my system for the first time in years, or the fact that my whole perception or reality has been turned on its head. Probably a combo. It doesn't feel awful, to be honest. You owe me, do whatever it is you do to kill time, preferably. What if your mom doesn't fall asleep? You shouldn't call her my mom. As far as I'm concerned, she forfeited that title. I don't even think I should call her doctor. She's just some woman now. Can't wait for her to be in the rear view mirror for the rest of my life. If she doesn't fall asleep by 10, we could figure something else out. These windows are supposedly shatterproof, which she always said was for burglars. Now that I assume it was yet another way to keep me boxed in. But we could try breaking them anyway. Just go. So if we got some time to kill, we could always watch a movie. And I believe you owe me, oh, Oh, really? I have to watch a movie with him. Reese gets the movie set up and joins in on the bed. This is a slow burn of a movie, but the dread is managing to build is palpable in the room. Or maybe that's just how it feels down here all the time. But with the grisly paintings, lack of lighting, cinder block walls, and of course the fact that the woman currently lurking upstairs has been poisoning her son since his teens. I've seen a couple of this director's other films and they're all interesting, though this is probably the best introduction to his work. The way it jump cuts to seemingly unrelated TV show recordings that then wind up trying back into narrative adds a level of realism and depth to the world that I find really engrossing. It's found footage used to its fullest. I can't believe I'll be able just to do anything from here on out, like watch movies with another person. Or talk to people ever. You can hear the difference in energy now that Reese hasn't had his daily dose of poison. He's uncharacteristically chatty, clearly not used to talking to another person, let alone when he has the energy to carry on a long conversation. Look ahead of ourselves. First, we have to get out of this basement. I shouldn't be counting my chickens. We still have to get past the woman upstairs. He tenses his back, straightening his muscles, clenching as he's reminded of the obstacle. Hopefully, we could just wait her out. If not, he trails off. But his features soften as he once again immerses himself in the film. Is that the movie? A man on the screen yells portent doom in the camera, trailing off into a wordless scream. The plot is really heating up. I love that there are a distinct sort of vignettes, little pockets of horror that affect a small number of people, and only once you start to see how they fit together can you realize some fundamental horror about the universe. He looks different with his teeth and everything, and then it sees you back, incredible, cosmic horror in the truest sense. Reese is becoming very animated. It's probably safe to assume that he's dealing with a lot of extra adrenaline right now. What is with his entire reality turning out to be a lie? But he's also talking over the movie. Dude, you should hold me. Really sorry for anything. You know, I think I'd better get going. I think a movie is too chill right now. Maybe we should just figure out how to leave. Oh, I'm so sorry. Am I talking too much? I'm really not used to having anyone else around. And I'm feeling a little overwhelmed, what with, you know, everything. I think I hopped up on adrenaline or something. But we don't need to leave just yet. I can settle down. Reese is doing the opposite, settling down. His movements are becoming erratic, his voice rising in volume. I thought maybe you're right, maybe we shouldn't just keep watching. The longer we wait, the more likely it is that the woman upstairs will figure out that we're onto her. And it'd be too easy for her to lock me up again and be thorough about it this time. There's a knock on the window. Frosty Matt, don't get any closer to that thing. It's time to go home. That voice. I know that voice. Is that who's been following you around? Without another word, Wayne starts pounding on the supposedly shatterproof glass. Enemies upstairs, enemies outside, we're surrounded. Even if I get out of this house, I won't be safe. You won't be safe. What do you mean? Wayne isn't going to hurt you. He hasn't hurt anyone. I don't know what to say. Why did he call you that thing? Because he's some kind of monster, and he wants me dead. Can't you feel that? The murderous intent is practically oozing out of him. But I'm not weak anymore, I can fight back. I don't have to cower in fear from the people who want to hurt me. I can protect both of us, Frosty Matt. As Reese tears at his clothing, paint bubbles out from the canvas, his ghoulish figures feeling themselves out of their two-dimensional worlds, invading yours, crawling up the walls. Grab my hand, I'll pull you out. Leave us alone. In a surge of violence, the change that has been brewing inside Reese finally comes as it manifests. The broken basement window is sealed off and Wayne along with it. Run for the stairs. You've seen enough to know that you need to leave. You run up the stairs. The door is blocked by a chair, and then it's blocked by something else too. Try and tear them down. You toss your chair out of the way through a covering door. It reforms and regenerates too quickly for you to crawl your way through. Defeated, you turn back to the basement. The remainder erases painting waits for there. It's okay, stay right there. I could take care of this. She won't be able to hurt you anymore. I'll be right back. Call Tabitha for help. You dial your cousin's number. Hey, where are you? I'm at the clinic. I think Dr. Kelly's in danger. There's a monster on the loose. Reese is gonna kill his mom, and he's a werewolf or vampire, apparently. What? Don't move a muscle. I'm coming to get you. Your cousin hangs up the phone. Try and warn Dr. Kelly. All intrigue now washed away, you know where it leads, and you know what secrets the stone that lurked in the forgotten basement at the clinic had to share with you. Now the clinic holds a new horror. Somewhere beyond the narrow hallway leading from the house proper into the doctor's office, there is a monster preparing to do something unthinkable. You grasp the handle and turn. Dr. Kelly emerges from the shadows and leaves a firearm in your direction. You instantly notice it's not a proper rifle, but some kind of tranquilizer gun. Duck! Duck. You do as she says, ducking out of the way. She shoots. The gun isn't very loud. There's only a pop as the projectile leaves the barrel, whizzing through the air. You turn to see a dart embedded in Reese's chest. He pulls the tranquilizer dart out from between his ribs, heaving heavily breaths as the drug courses through his system. You're going to have to try harder than that, you bit. No. How did you? As if you could hope to stop me, you pathetic waste of flesh. Before Wayne takes another step, the stereo paint flows out between cracks in the wood. Reese is panic pulling in a mob of furious creatures to hold his enemies in place. The artist darts away, but his creation continues her work in his absence. Dr. Kelly makes her escape down the hallway as Wayne is overcome, glued in place at the top of the stairs by stiffening globs of paint. Run after Dr. Kelly. You run forward, braving the onslaught of Reese's creations, dodging them as best as you can, as you try to see where Dr. Kelly went. The door in front of you is smothered in paint. Hey! Dr. Kelly's voice cracks out of the unseen speaker. You, Frosty Matt! I'm stuck in the safe room. I can't help you from here, but you can help the both of us. I'm stuck in the safe room. I can't help you from here, but you can help the both of us. You survived. What's going on? I think you could probably put that together. I need you to get to the medical storage room. I'll give you further instructions when you're there. Head to the medical storage room. You turn around and head to the medical storage room. I'm here. Great, now listen to me. I need you to use the block-taped key to get into the cabinet and bring me the elephant tranquilizers. It's a bottle labeled Carfentanil. Bear tranquilizers clearly aren't gonna cut it anymore. Intercom system, huh, Doc? Good, you should hear this. Frosty Matt, you don't have to do anything she says. I'm not gonna hurt anybody else, just her. If I don't, you and I both know she's just going to shoot me full of elephant tranquilizers. Did I hear that right? And shove me back down in the basement, or maybe someplace even worse, and keep killing me every day for the rest of my miserable existence. I feel amazing right now, better than I've ever felt in my life. I'm not dangerous, she's just scared because she knows she has to finally pay for what she's taken from me. I'm not going to let you kill someone, Reese. I'm not going to let you kill someone, Reese. Why not? She wasn't afraid I might die. Does she know those tranquilizers aren't going to kill me? Does she care? Trust me, Reese, I've always been careful with your medication. I want you to live. I love you. Tell yourself whatever lies you have to, Mom. If you wanted a good relationship, you had your chance, and you decided to convince me I was dying, instead of just letting me exist. Don't try to spin it like some kind of crime of passion, now that the consequences are staring you in the face. Enough. Reese cries out in pain. Oh, what the hell did you do to my shoulder? I'll handle it. Try to get somewhere safe until then. I think Wayne is good, but I just don't like how he's talking about my friends. The two stagger off down the hallway. Quick, grab the tranquilizers and head to the safe room. She's certainly an organized woman. I don't know why she doesn't keep the tranks in the safe room. We make our way out of the medical storage room and back to the hallway where the Dr. Kelly disappeared. Opens the door, massive paint ceiling and shut. Hurry, I don't think I could keep it open for long. You slip past her into the safe room. She shuts the door quickly, though one of the little smears manages to slip past her. She stomps on it, painted viscera splatters across the cement floor. It sounds like Reese and your friend are still fighting. We probably have a few minutes before he gets here. What is this room? Old X-ray room. Lead walls after I realized this whole situation was possible. I had the door reinforced with special remote control locks. Glad it could finally come in handy. He didn't walk me to the door after my exam earlier. He must have known I might have gone looking for something. Let's talk race. Yeah, I bet you have some questions. Go ahead, I have nothing left to hide. What is he? At first I thought he was some kind of werewolf. But if he is, he doesn't follow any kind of full moon rules or anything. Silver doesn't do shit to him. And you've seen what he looks like. It's just weird. I almost wish I could examine him while he's fully transformed. I'd be fascinated to know what happens to him or how his body does it. But he seems pretty hellbent on ripping my throat out, so I guess they'll just have to remain a mystery. When did he find out? A little after he hit puberty. He had all the usual changes, then a few extra thickened nails, sharp teeth, elfish ears. I figured he might have some kind of genetic disorder. Had him checked out by a few specialists, but there was nothing obviously wrong with him. Then we had an argument and he changed right in front of me. It was nothing like what he is now, just a couple inches and some facial abnormalities, enough to be noticeable. I was scared. He could see that and he stopped. I thought it was one off or maybe a hallucination. But this second time it wasn't as subtle and it didn't go away as easy. That's when I knew for sure that was something beyond my realm of expertise. How did he not know what he was? I've been medicating him since he was 12. We've only had 3 incidents like this before, maybe 4 depending on what counts. This is the worst one by far. He doesn't seem to understand at first that he looks different, and I just make sure to stay on top of his dosage so he rarely ever does. But I've been preparing for this inevitability. He's an adult now. There's only so much I could do to control him. Why did you start poisoning him? Is his dad similar? I wish I knew. Reese just kinda happened. I wasn't seeing anyone. I just woke up pregnant one day. I know how impossible that sounds. I'm a doctor for Christ's sakes. I keep having these weird dreams, almost like sleep paralysis episodes. Romantic sleep paralysis episodes. They were actually kinda sweet, but they were just dreams. Did you have sex with a ghost? That's crazy. But then all of a sudden, my period stopped. I got morning sickness and roughly 9 months later, Reese. The relationship between you seems so difficult. Yeah, you could say that. I was such a cute kid when I found out I was pregnant. I was terrified. I didn't know if I'd be ready, but he made me love being a mom. It's not like it was going to be sunshine and roses forever. No matter what kid grows up, and they change, sometimes for the worst. The part of being a mom too, doing what you can to make sure the child you brought into the world isn't going around eating people. How do you know he's dangerous? Well, he wants to murder me, so that's clue number 1. It's not like he's usually a violent kid, he's mostly just sad, but every now and then we butt heads. And that's usually when this side comes out of him. Imagine if this happens anytime he gets frustrated with anyone. Imagine he gets road rage one day, turns into a 12-foot tall monster with a million teeth, and rips somebody apart in the middle of a major metropolitan area. Yeah, he's dangerous. He's indeed a menace to society. He's dangerous. I mean, you're the biggest threat to him. Don't you think it might be self-fulfilling? I can fix him! I'd rather not have anybody's blood on my hands, so please don't try. Just let me handle him. Leave it at that. I mean, we know why she was poisoning him. You didn't, what's the game plan? Short term and long term. Well, I pump him full of elephant tranquilizers and lock him in here. Then I somehow convince him to see things from my perspective. Then we all live happily ever after. And if he can't? And if he manages to find a way to kill you? I'm not going to let that happen. While we're at it, any other secrets you're keeping? You have it all. You have no idea how relieved I finally am to say all this out loud. I'm so glad you felt you could confide in me. I think we make a good team. Sit in silence and wait. Shit, this might be game time. Get those tranks ready. We have to get this door open before he crosses the hallway. Dr. Kelly opens the door. The two of you stare out into the hallway. Damn, like he does look crazy. Is this what you were so afraid of? Hand over the tranquilizers. This is our shot. Yeah, I gotta use my trait, right? Don't give her the tranquilizers, give it Tame the Beast. You step forward. Place a calm hand on his face. She's only doing this to protect herself, show her you're not a monster. She loves you, Reese. Leave now before you do something you regret. Place a calming hand on his face. You take another step forward. This is like, how to train your dragon. Do you have a death wish? Get back. Reese has stopped in the middle of the hallway, staring down at you, a hint of fear in his eyes, like a raging elephant staring down at an approaching mouse. You slowly lift your hand to his face. He shudders as you touch his maw, the skin elastic and constantly shifting as the bones beneath expand and contract unnaturally. What are you doing? You gently drop your hand, your eyes meeting his in a moment of understanding. Beyond the need is usefulness of words. Damn. And then a shot rings out. Yeah, that's crazy. Shotgun in hand, your cousin rounds the corner and trains her weapon on Reese's writhing body. What the hell are you doing, Frosty Matt? Get away from that thing. Tabitha, what are you doing here? Stop it. Let me sedate him. We could deal this with non-lethality. Save Reese. Heck yeah. You step forward, filling the space between Tabitha and the whimpering Reese, his face already trying to stitch itself back together as he sits propped against the wall. Out of my way, Frosty Matt. He's okay, Tabitha. He's not gonna hurt anybody. He's okay, Tabitha. He's not gonna hurt anybody. Back off, Tabitha. This is none of your business. Let me handle this. Oh sure, because you were doing such a good job. That thing was about to eat my cousin. That thing is my son, Miss Scarlet, and despite appearances, he's still human. Don't talk about him like he's some wild animal. Quick, Frosty Matt, while he's fixing himself. You don't know what you're doing. Get out of the way, or I'll have to make you. Her threat is interrupted as Reese scrambles past you, knocking Tabitha's gun to the side and stumbling down the hall towards the entrance to the clinic and the freedom beyond. What in the ever-loving... He pauses for a second, staring longingly back at you from his almost unruined face. And then he's gone, his creations leaving with their maker. Shit. The three of you charge down the hall after him. But he's long gone, the door to the clinic hanging open, the night beyond seemingly empty. Great job, Frosty Matt. You've set a monster free on the populace. If he just got me the tranquilizers, this should have all been over by now. Both of you are wrong. Reese is beautiful and unique. The world is better with him and with him dead or locked away. And we would have been locked away forever. He's human too. He deserves freedom like anyone else. Freedom? To do what exactly? Eat people? I don't know. Maybe Frosty Matt was right to protect him. Maybe I've been contributing to all of this. The two of you should leave. He left behind quite a mess for me to clean up, and I need some time in my thoughts. Not a word of this to anyone, or there will be hell to pay. Tabitha grumbles. Come on, Frosty Matt, let's go. The two of you make your way to the bottom of the hill, where Tabitha's car is parked. Among the sleepy houses Scarlet Hall's residential street, she places her gun in the trunk and turns to face you. All alone right now. Stella's still missing? I tried calling her a couple of times, but I kept getting her stupid voicemail. Yeah. Shit, let me think. It's a long shot, but there's a place that might be worth checking out. We're going on a hike. After a bit of a trek, you and Tabitha stop by the edge of a two-lane road near the town limits. There, sitting on a log, staring mournfully out of the asphalt, is Stella, watching her from the underbrush. Great, she's alive, let's go. How do you know she'd be here? Her parents died here. If you were Stella, where would you go after you just been possessed by a ghost? She doesn't need me to solve her problems. I don't think I can ever solve her problems. Seeing her alive is all the peace of mind I need right now. I'm I'm gonna go talk to her. You take a step forward, gravel crunching under your feet as you walk along the edge of the road. Tabitha hangs back, crouching in the bushes, trying to stay uneven. You sit on the log beside Stella. Frosty Matt, that ghost really did a number on you. I'm so sorry. Tabitha knew where to find you here. She left when she knew you were okay. So this is where your parents died? Tabitha told me. Do I look that bad? I thought I was kind of distinguished. Uh... Do I look that bad? I thought I was kind of distinguished. You look extremely distinguished. I'm sorry you had to get- I'm just sorry you had to get hurt. I really missed you today. I missed you too. I'm sorry I was gone. I had to come here. This is where the accident happened. My parents died on this bench in the road. They were taking me to college. I was lying in the back seat. It had just rained and the sun was finally coming out. That truck definitely has something to do with us. It probably like was a truck for one of the mining companies or something. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I remember witnessing this and being absolutely mortified the first time I played this. Like this scene, yeah, I can't get that out of my head. Sorry, no, that's probably a bummer to talk about. It was awful, really messed me up for a while. I think I'm still messed up. There's whole years of my life after the accident that feel like they just never happened. Like every time I try and remember them, it's blank. I have all these videos of sitting up on my channel that I don't even remember filming. It's scary. At least it hasn't been like that for a while, thank God. I've never talked about this stuff before with anyone. Gotta take her hand. Reach out to her, taking her hand. It's warm against the cool night air, and the skin of her knuckle is soft. She finally tears her gaze from the road, her sad eyes meeting yours, but the hint of a smile creeps up on the corners of her mouth, her dimples beginning to crease. Her hand shifts, her callous palm fitting in yours, her grip tightening. It's strong and comforting. You can tell she feels held, and so do you. The two of you stare out at the road. I think the accident is probably why I got into ghost hunting. I think I just wanted to see them again. I wanted to know whether I even could. I never found anything, so I eventually gave up. Then last night happened, and I ran out here to see if maybe it would happen with them too. Even if it meant seeing the crash again, or seeing them all messed up and dead. I just wanted to see them. It's been a whole day, I don't think they're coming. Put an arm around her shoulder. You carefully place your other arm around her shoulder and pull her closer to you. You feel her chestnut hair against your cheek. She smells like sweaty, a little sweet. The faded scent of her shampoo mingling with the natural perfume of her skin. It's nice. You take in a deep breath, stroking her arm with your thumb, letting her lean into you. She rests her head against your shoulder, closing her eyes serenely. The hint of a smile spreads into a barely contained grin that finally chases away the worry in our features. We could always wait a little longer. Stella nestles. I almost said Nestia. Stella nestles into you. Her well-muscled shoulder relaxing against your body. You share each other's warmth as you both stare out in the quiet mountain road. Gretchen pants lazily in Stella's lap. Nothing happens. Nothing continues to happen for a few long minutes. I think I'm ready to throw in the towel. It's not like I'd want to see them like that anyway. I guess I came out here hoping I might get a chance to say goodbye or something like that, since I didn't get a chance when they were alive. Just because they weren't there, it doesn't mean they don't love you wherever they are. Yeah, let me say this. That's a nice thought. I've thought a lot about what might come after, whether they're somewhere else or if they just stopped existing. I guess we've seen at least some evidence of the afterlife. I hope that means that there's a good version too, where they're still on that long car ride listening to Dad's tapes, with a place in the backseat for me where I eventually catch up to them. And that though it won't matter that I never got to say goodbye. There'd better be a space back there for me too. Time to start living it. Ah, I gotta flirt. Stella laughs. Of course, if that's where you want to be, I'm sure Dead Me would be happily to share. Hopefully neither of us have to think about that for a long time though. I'd still like to spend some living years with you before then. She straightens up, stretching her neck. Gretchen hops down from her lap, tags jingling in the quiet night air. We should probably head back, right? I haven't slept in a day. Wait, before we go, I should tell you about what happened today. Oh? As best as you can, saying it was loud somehow makes it feel like less real, like you're sharing the plot of a horror movie, not something that actually happened to you. Oh my god. So he's just out there somewhere, all monstery? There's a lot to take in. I've known that guy for pretty much my whole life and I had no idea. I hope he's okay. You know, I think processing just the one traumatic event is enough for the day. This one's going right into the void. At least until we get to the end of the week. Let's get out of here. I don't suppose I could ask you to walk me home. I'd love nothing more. You offer her your arm. She smiles, slipping hers into the crook of your elbow. She pulls you closer until the skin of your forearm brushes against her side. And this is me. Do you want to come in? Tip dialogue option romance will start a romantic arc with the character you're talking to, and will lock you out of romantic arcs with other characters. Yes, please. Yes, please. Stella ushers you inside, a barely contained grin threatening to split into an excited smile. Let me just go take a quick shower. I've been sitting outside for a day. I need some soap. And it'll take just a minute, then we could get cozy. Oh man, I would kill for a shower. Stella laughs. Yeah, I'm sure you've built up quite a lot of gram today. It's all yours when I'm done. Leaving Gretchen in the living room. A heavy knock startles her and you. Gretchen growls. There's someone at the door. Who is it? You know who it is. Open the door, please, Frosty Matt. No. Alright, playing games, I see. Fine, you can have your fun tonight, but you should consider returning to this state tomorrow. Tabitha won't be around. Forbidden places won't be forbidden without her around to stop you. And you might be surprised at what you find. Gretchen's growl escalates into barks. Calm down, Gretchen. Were we just talking to somebody, Frosty Matt? Wayne stopped by. He's still following you? Are you sure we're safe? I hope so. Let's lock the doors and hope for the best. I guess we'll have to hope Gretchen is a good enough guard dog to keep us safe. Gretchen snarls, yapping fiercely. That's right, Gretchen, you're the most vicious little geriatric pug there is. Really? Your creepy stalker is all the more reason for us to share a bed tonight. If either one of us gets scared, the other will be right there for comfort. Plus, I'd give us an advantage if he tries to sneak in. Speaking of, I've had a long day. I'm about to pass out. Let's go collapse. Alright, but you said you wanted to shower. Sorry, head's a little fuzzy from staying up from the past day. There's fresh towels in the bathroom, and I've got some extra bathrobes. I can put your clothes through the wash so they'll be extra clean and fresh in the morning. It somehow feels like the longest and shortest shower you've ever taken. Too tired to think, too tired to process the flow of time. Stella sits outside the bathroom door and makes quiet, comfortable small talk with you, and then you're done. You dry off and step in one of her extra robes. So are you coming in? Follow her. You walk by Stella into the bedroom. She gently closes the door behind you. Sorry, I didn't clean up beforehand. You can think of it as getting the authentic Stella experience. She slips past you and lies on the bed. Dressed in an oversized t-shirt, you're quick to follow. She's warm and still slightly damp from the shower, her skin fresh and flowery. She turns to look at you, smiling dimples creasing at the edge of her mouth. You could kiss me if you wanted to. Kiss her. The other options are just funny. You shift closer to her and close your eyes. The magnetic pull of anticipation rolls down your spine and across your skin, and for a moment that seems to last forever, you take in every detail of the world around you. The forested scent of her eucalyptus shampoo, and beneath it the slightest hint of campfire. The comforting heat of soft but callous hands against your cheek. The thunder of your heart's beating ever more quickly in unison. The tension rises and rises, toned seamlessly without a peak. And then it breaks, and her lip touches yours. They are fresh and minty and soft, cool against yours, and guided by gentleness of someone looking to hold on to the memory for tonight for a long, long time. And then she pulls you closer, tighter, and the two of you lose yourselves in each other. Eventually, the two of you break away and open your eyes, gazing at each other from the opposite ends of the pillow. You drift off together, limbs entwined, exhausted, and safe and comforted. Tomorrow may bring some new horror, or it might not, but whatever happens, you'll face it together. This is the end of chapter 4. Episode 5 will release later this year. Follow us on social media to stay up to date. Okay. Okay, let me save the game. Alright. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. This has been part, I guess, my second attempt at episode 4. I guess it's still my first, though. So, thank you so much, and that's it.